Hello, everyone, and welcome back to It Ain't Giving. Y'all know who we are. Do not have to say much. I'm here to address the first thing off before I say what isn't giving. And honestly, what isn't giving is, on top of it, the election. And last episode, we got the most viewed ever, and I was all robotic and looking like a Chinese movie, and y'all had to lip read, and I was glitching out. That's not giving, and hopefully this episode I'm not giving crunch. What's not giving for you?
This country ain't giving. Uh, it takes everything. It takes my rights away. That's what it's giving. Mhm.
Ooh.
This country not giving. This election is not giving. The people that voted in this election are not giving. And yeah,
Yes.
so let's just go ahead. America showed their ass on Tuesday. Um, America showed that she is one to go back to abusive relationships. She is one to be complacent in racism, transphobia, homophobia, sexism, misogyny, misogynoir, all of the things. America
Yes.
is complicit in, just the taking of
Stupidity.
rights away.
That. I don't know.
America said, we do want to go back. We're going to go back.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. And do you want to talk about how you felt after the election results were
Mm, at
first
at first I
laid
was
out?
very confused, and I was like, there's just no way that he won. And then at the same time I was like, I thought about the country that we live in, that it's like built off of racism and like dead Native Americans and black people, like literally just built off the backs of black folks and other people of color. I'm not gonna lump myself with them anymore because a lot of those bitches went and voted for Trump. Talking about the Hispanic people. Ooh,
I'm not a person of
yeah.
color. I am a black woman.
I'm a black person. I'm a
Don't
black
lump me with
woman.
them. I'm
I
sorry.
definitely was part of the demographic that voted for democracy and our rights. And um, I was confused, but at the same time, a white man winning is not new in America, and the black woman losing is not new in America. So after I had some time to think on it, I was like, at first it was very, I can't believe, and now it's like, I can't believe it. I
It's like, of course.
can't believe it. Why am I acting delusional?
Right.
Why am I acting delusional right now? But sometimes you want to have faith and believe in a brighter future, and that as a society, we like hope that we have changed, or that we have the ability to change. We definitely have not changed, and we need to. And that's only shown me that we have not changed. The vast majority of America, at least.
Yeah. Um,
Because he got popular vote and electoral. Ooh,
he got both of them. So y'all really wanted this motherfucker back,
they really
which is
did.
crazy to me. But
Smoke
yeah, my
show.
feelings post results, it was that Wednesday where it all started to, settle in. And I felt a lot of emotion that day. It was a
Hmm.
lot of existential dread, a lot of tears were befelled from my face, um, a lot of crying with my sister here.
Yes, I had my
Um,
moments as well.
Very much just felt impending doom. And then, oh, I like bottled all of it up, and then so I could continue to go to work for the next 3 days after Wednesday. And
Right.
today, oh no, yesterday, was it today? No, it was
You,
yesterday. It was
I was
Sunday.
like,
I woke up literally sobbing because of something that occurred in my dream. But
hmm
I feel like that was my body. My body had more to release, and I don't know. It's just a lot of stress that the selection has put onto my body. unfortunately, and I'm really not looking forward to the next 4 years. But we're gonna get through it. We are. We
Yeah,
we got through the first one. We'll get through this one.
right.
Oh, it just, Lord,
I
it
got
just,
resources in this conservative state, so if he ever
yeah.
really does try to pull anything, God forbid, I'll have resources. And if I can't get
Mm-hmm.
resources, worst come like push come to shove, I'll just get the fuck out if I really have to.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm in a blue state, so I should most likely be okay. Hoping, banking on that, but they
mm-hmm,
could still pass federal, like national bans and
mm-hmm.
stuff that
Across the
could affect
board.
that, and it don't matter what state you in at that point.
Right.
Hoping it doesn't get to that, but we shall see.
What I can see him doing is leaving it up to the states, and then all the states that are conservative, they'll just strip it completely. That's what it's giving. And then like
Yeah.
the states that are obviously like blue and democratic aren't gonna strip it, and then
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be highly sought after by a lot of queer and trans individuals. A lot
Yeah.
of gay folks will be fleeing from these conservative states, unfortunately, unless they can find the resources to stay where they're at and continue to, you know, bear through it. But at this point, I don't want to bear through it anymore. Like, I'm really just trying to get my education and get the fuck out. Like, I'm not trying to be here. I'm obviously not wanted. Um, it's like I'm wanted for one thing, and that's about it. And all these men
Right.
want to get blown out, and I'm like, oh Jesus, like.
You spelled.
That's all they want, girl. They just want a damn dick in their mouth or in their ass. I'm like, oh my lord.
Yeah. I had a lot of, you know, with the dread, I was like, just like panicking and like thinking of ways of like, I need to leave this country and all blah, 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 blah. And then I came to my senses these last few days. It's like, I think I'll be fine.
We'll be fine. If that ever does, like, if it affects everybody, yeah, we'll definitely have to think about an exit plan out the state because ain't nobody
Very much exit
detransitioning.
plan.
Like,
Right. Ain't nobody taken away.
it never gave detransition. It's giving move to a different country if I have to. No shade.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Extremely. But yeah, what else about the election? I, it doesn't shock me that America voted the way it did, but it
Hmm.
does shock me how completely stupid the voters are. Like,
Yes.
oof, if you just like
Can
think
I
for two
change my
seconds,
vote?
yeah, you want to talk about that? How like a lot of
I
people
looked
were,
through the trending searches within like the last like month and like 7 days, and in all of the swing states, the like trending like within the first like top 10 of the most recent searches on Google is can I change my vote in all of the swing states? And I'm like, baby, you had all this time to do research. You already knew who Trump is. You really just had to figure out who the fuck Kamala was. And the fact that like motherfuckers can put two and two together and just like I don't know, come to a logical decision, and now they're already regretting it, and he hasn't even like reached fucking office yet. Like, why are you regretting it? And he hasn't even gotten in yet. Like, it makes me concerned at what they're seeing or making, because I haven't seen much. I've been trying to block him out since
mm-hmm,
since I knew he was coming back in. Very much have been trying to block it out of my brain and not really like looking into too much right now. And then I'm just like, what's making them all of a sudden look up, can I change my vote? Because obviously you can't change your vote. Your vote is your vote, and you wanted that man back, so you're gonna get him. So sorry. You're gonna have to enjoy these next 4 years of whatever the fuck he plans on doing, and we're gonna have to bear right along with them. But what is he saying or doing that's all of a sudden you realize you voted for the wrong person? I'm concerned right now because he hasn't even touched the office. I'm a little
mm-hmm.
concerned.
Nope, these people will see. They'll see once these tariffs get implemented, these shitty, incredibly shitty policies get passed through. They'll just
Hmm.
see how awful another presidency will be, and then they'll
Yeah,
have their regrets. But they wanted this, so I truly
they're
hope
getting
the
it.
worst of these policies affect those that voted for him, even though that's not how it works. It's
It's
going to end up
not.
affecting
Working
everybody.
class people mostly,
Yeah.
and the rich people will be able to rest their head at night and they're getting some tax breaks, but the people that are working people in the society, oh, the shit gonna be expensive and the amount they get paid ain't gonna reflect it. If we think
Hmm.
it's bad now, let's get ready to buckle in for the next 4 years. So I'm already planning for the future. I'm like, ooh, let me not buy a bunch of frivolous shit for too long. Very much. Let me get these last few things for like myself as
Hmm.
Christmas presents. And then all this miscellaneous stupid buying stuff. I'm like, ooh, I might want to lock in, make sure I'm not too fucked when the economy goes to shit and that man gets in office and people really realize what the fuck they got themselves in. Because when he was in office, those entire 4 years, all I did was work and go home. And I still remember shit was expensive as fuck even before COVID, but COVID made shit even more expensive after he was in fucking office. I'm just like, I remember the price of shit being going up around COVID time. I
Hmm.
don't know about anybody else. They didn't talk about the economy was good. No, it wasn't. Shit got expensive, especially when COVID came through. I was like, ooh, I don't know about that, but
And the only reason why people say that is because Donald Trump inherited an already like revived economy from President Barack Obama. Like
mm,
Obama had the 8 years to fix the economy
mm-hmm,
post the fucking recession, and Trump got to inherit that good economy and then claim
mm-hmm.
that he made the economy fucking great. But no, girl,
No,
that's not how it
it
works.
was pretty bad going into COVID and coming out of COVID. Like,
And
it
now
was,
Biden inherited Trump's terrible economy. And it's like a cyclical cycle of like Democrats having to inherit terrible economies, fixing it, Republicans, inheriting a good economy because of what the Democrats did, and then the Democrats lose because they think, oh, the economy's so bad, but it's because of the fucking Republicans part. Oh my god, I
mm-hmm.
can't speak. The Republican Party. I just,
It
oh,
just
this
takes
is
time for a lot
off.
of this stuff to happen. So it's like they put in
Mm-hmm.
policies and then it's a trickle effect. It has its effects and we see it day to day while they don't really see it day to day, but like within a year or two, it's either started or it's in full effect of whatever the fuck they signed into effect. So it's like, baby, is giving it was already shit when Trump was in, and then Trump or not Trump, but Biden inherited shit and then had to turn shit into gold. And
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that it's still shit, but not as bad as when honestly I felt like COVID was the peak of I was struggling back then, girl, and I was actually I was I working the same amount? No, I think it was part-time because I was going to school at the time, but like still I remember shit being way more expensive
Mm-hmm.
and like everything on Amazon costs fucking still everything on Amazon costs $20, but that's when I first saw it was when that happened it's still the same price. So I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to believe that it went up? I'm paying the same amount.
Right.
I'm very confused. It was the same before and it's the same now, so I don't know.
And then
It's
let's transition into, unless you want to keep going.
no.
Okay, let's transition into how the
I'm like
Democrats
I'm done
lost this
talking about that
election.
Cheeto.
Oh,
You
we're not
said
going to talk
what?
about him no more. I want to talk about a little side tangent about how the left lost this election.
Okay.
So remember how I continually brought up that Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party was just capitulating to the right and right and right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is one of the key reasons as to why a lot of people just did not
Didn't
vote
vote
for
for
her and
her.
decided to stay at home or just vote for Trump instead.
Yeah.
She tried so hard to get a Republican vote, and what did we see? 94%
They
of
voted for a
Republicans
Republican
still voted for
instead.
their Republican Party. She didn't get any Republican voters. All that Republicans for Harris was fucking a farce. It was bullshit.
Yes, it
And then in
was.
doing so, she left millions upon millions of voters at home because she's basically a Republican light, like
The light version. And if they want a
like a
Republican, they'll
center
just get
right
a
Republican.
Republican.
And it's like you're pushing all these policies, all these things, da 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 da, talking about, oh, I want Liz Cheney to speak at my rally, and like meaning, like meanwhile, we don't like Liz Cheney. Like, why am I seeing
Hmm.
Republicans at a goddamn Democratic fucking convention? Like, what are we doing
Literally.
here? Is and then, oof.
Mm.
So anyway, people stay home because they don't want to vote for, policies they don't agree with, and you
Literally.
lose out on the left, like the more left leaning individuals that stay home.
Right.
And it's like I consider myself quite left leaning, but there was too much to lose in this election, and we lost it
Very
because
much.
people decided to stay home. It's like for whatever reason you decided to stay
Yeah.
home and not vote and use your voice. That's you, but the next 4 years are going to be rough because of it. But it's
Right.
also because the Democratic Party ran a
Shit election and
shit
Biden should have pulled out
campaign.
earlier. He should have pulled
Yeah,
out
it was just a
earlier.
multitude of things compounding onto one another where Biden didn't drop out early enough for Kamala to run a full campaign.
Right.
Kamala kept capitulating to the right, basically becoming a centrist, like
Yep.
center right, basically not even a Democrat at that point.
Literally.
Donald Trump made himself more personable by not reading off a teleprompter every goddamn rally. As stupid and idiotic as he sounds in his ramblings, at least he wasn't reading off a teleprompter, so sounding like a robot.
Right.
But
Right.
I just feel like people couldn't connect to Kamala.
Right.
I could, because
Stop! I'm so sorry. My cat
that
is
woman.
bugging the shit out of
Oh,
me right now. She's literally bugging me. She will not leave me alone.
oh wow. Well,
She's
yeah,
doing the most.
Democrats do better for the love of all things holy. Do better next time, because oof, a mess, a goddamn mess. But anyway, moving on. Um,
If you
so
don't take your words.
oh, a few weeks ago, Megan the Stallion released a documentary about what occurred to her on the night that Tory Lane shot her. And it was like a documentary
Yup.
encapsulating that entire era, like COVID era, kind of. I watched the beginning, like the first 40 minutes of the documentary, but I
Right.
haven't
And
been
then
able
we
to
played
finish
video
it.
games
Yes,
after.
then we got sidetracked, and I haven't been able to finish it. But Show has already seen it, so I want her to talk about the documentary and her
Um,
thoughts.
so I don't know. I just think it was very well documented. She covered a lot of things that I didn't think she would necessarily cover, and like there's some bits and pieces that I didn't even know about the whole situation. And then I was like, oh, yeah. Like, um, stuff with her best friend, or well, former best friend, gag. On top of Tory Lanez, and then I knew that her mother passed away, but I just didn't know the exact story of what happened, and like hearing about it, and just like, oh, it was just very well executed, and I don't know, it's a good watch. Like it made me cry twice watching it, and it's very hard to make me cry, make me feel moved. And she's an artist that I really feel like I can connect to on in many like different ways. Uh, and I don't know, it's just like it gives so much humanity to these artists that we see, because it's like one day, like 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 days, years ago, nobody knew who this person was. They were just like me and you, like not a lot of people knew them, and then all of a sudden they are known by millions in our household name. Everybody knows who you are, and if they don't know who you are, they've at least heard your song on an app somewhere. And like you've reached millions of people in like such height of success, it makes them look more like, like us. Like there was a journey to get to where she is now, and like I don't know. I feel like more celebrities should do that. Yes.
Period. Anything
Yes.
else?
Not really. I don't want to give any spoilers for anybody that hasn't watched it. I want them to go watch it. It's very good. Yes.
Period. All right. Well, moving on. This is, kind of interesting pivot, but I wanted to talk about, kind of hype myself up a little bit. So
Mm.
earlier today, I was on well, it is my favorite game. I was on my favorite game, Overwatch. Overwatch 2, Overwatch 1 is my favorite game, but Overwatch 2, it's like the same damn thing. I was on Overwatch 2, and I've recently um, climbed back up to where I belong and where I rightfully reside, which is in the top 500 sphere. And I was going through the top 500 leaderboard, and I was like seeing how many top 500 Mercies, like people that have Mercy as their number one most played,
Mm-hmm.
and how many of them were on the leader and like what placements they were. So I got through the pages, and I was like counting. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I saw myself in the ninth position. So currently, as it stands, I am the top 10. I am in the top 10 Mercies in Overwatch. And I just think that's kind of a
Absolutely.
serve.
Absolutely.
I think that's kind of fab. And
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense.
It does make
Um,
sense.
but yeah, I'm thinking like 188 on the leaderboard. It fluctuates depending on if someone below me wins or if someone above me loses. It'll change my
Right.
positions up. But I'm kind of just like letting my account sit until we reach closer to the end of the season, and then might try to give like a final push. Maybe I'll jump
Yes.
up a few positions in that um, placement, because
Yes.
it would be pretty gaggy if I was a top three Mercy,
Mm.
maybe even top one. But I don't know if that's possible. I'm getting old. My reactions aren't as fast. I mean, they're good enough to get top 500 still, but
Right.
I have noticed a decline in the capabilities of my fingers and the dexterity in them. Um,
Right. Very
but yeah,
real.
wanted to give myself some props, you know,
Yes.
hype myself up a little.
Mm.
Oh, and then today I placed one of my random accounts, and I literally like lost probably like 7 out of the 10 placement matches, and it still placed me in Masters 2,
Oh,
which, if
gag.
y'all don't know, that is um, one of the highest tiers you can achieve in the game.
Gag.
Um, it goes champion. I'll go from like the highest to lowest. It goes champion, grandmaster, master, diamond, platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. So on just a random flipping account, I was able to get master. So
Period.
I still got it. I'm still that girl when it comes to the Mercy gameplay on console.
Clock
Yeah.
it.
I'm still the Diva Doll Matrix. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's
Clock it.
that. Let's move on to show's nightclub experience where she
Mm.
experienced some blatant transphobia.
Very blatant. It was last weekend. I forgot if it was Friday or Saturday. I think it might have been Friday because I went on Friday night, I believe, and then I didn't want to go out Saturday night because I was just like, that was fucking stupid. But went to a district, Soho district, and it's very straight, it's very white, but there do be a lot of Hispanic and black dudes hanging around. Um, Even though it's very caucus, I feel like. And We go to like a few of the bars or whatever, bar club slash vibes. And then we head over to one that's usually pretty decently busy, usually, I would say. And we go all the way to the back of the line, and like we're maybe like halfway through the line. And then the people that we were with were like, come to the front, and we're like, he told us to wait in the line. And then they're like, no, come to the front. And then we go to the front. The dude's like, no, y'all gotta wait in the line. And I was like, oh. I was like, see, because I'm gonna just take my ass back to, because we were with a group of guys, and one of the guys that was in the group, he just ended up just staying in the line. He didn't go with them. So we hopped back in the line where we previously were with that other guy. And then we get to the front of the line. He's like, no, y'all need to go all the way to the back. Like, and we were like, what? We just waited in the line and we were with him. We hopped out of the line and hopped back in the line with him. Like, he's like, I'm not stupid. Go to the back of the line. Right then and there, in my head, I'm like, okay, so you're stupid, because like nobody said you were stupid. First of all, that never came out of anybody's mouth, and it was never insinuated, and no one was talking to you
Hmm.
like you were stupid. So the fact that he immediately went to say that, I was like, okay, so you're working with nothing behind those fucking eyes. Proceeds to tell us that we need to go in the line again in front of all these people. He's just trying to like embarrass us and dog us out. I'm just like, oh my Jesus. I was like, y'all are being weird. And he was like, no one's being weird, man. I was like, oh.
Oh.
And it was like, it kept using like male pronouns, he, him. And I was just like, you're not gonna piss me off. I was like, Courtney, let's go somewhere else. And then she's just like ready to like sit there and like argue with this man. And I'm just like, there are like 5 bars that I'm staring at. And the person that is letting us into the pub isn't gonna make us look like fucking clowns in front of everybody and be transphobic. I was like, we can go there. And she's just ready to fucking argue. And he's still trying to like make transphobic remarks while I'm trying to like de-escalate the situation while he's just escalating and continuing to discriminate against me. And it's like, baby, he's so lucky I don't have lots of money to waste because I don't argue with bitches. I'll just file a lawsuit if there's grounds for it. And that's grounds for it because that's discrimination from a business and you're not allowing me entry. On top of you're meeting it with transphobia. It's like, that could get you in some sticky situations. You might not want to continue doing that, you know? But that
Yeah.
happened, and I wasn't really fazed by it. I was just like, let's just go somewhere else. Immediately
Hmm.
leave. I go smoke because I'm annoyed. And then, like, I'm with my 2 girls. One of them smokes, the other one doesn't, so we're smoking together. And uh, we're just like talking about the whole situation. These men start coming across the street trying to talk to us, talking about some interview. I was like, I think he wanted some girl. And she was like, he wasn't looking at me. I was like, I didn't look at him because I knew what he was looking for, baby. But by the time we're done smoking, because I was, I need to cool off after being, hate crimed and someone's trying to like make me fucking feel stupid because you can't make me feel stupid. I just was annoyed that you disrespected me in front of everybody. We go to this other club, and as soon as we like walk up, we're getting ready to go to the line. One of the bouncers comes from the quick queue line where you have to usually pay money to, skip the line. He was like, "Y'all going in?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I can help you out right here." And he's like, just wants to see our IDs, and we go in for free and skip the line. I was like, "See, because we go where we're wanted, we go where we're appreciated." He saw 3 bad bitches and let us skip the line, and while over there they're trying to make us grovel and look like fucking peasants. I'm like, ain't nobody no peasant, baby. I'm
Ain't
like,
nobody begging to get into a fucking club.
it never gave begging to get into a club. Never.
Like
And then
the
if we
amount of
were gonna get
bars
in,
on the
he
strip.
tried to charge us to get in. I was like, bitch, it's free to get in. What are you talking about? He wanted us to pay $10 to get in at that point.
He wanted to just pocket that money.
He wanted to embarrass us, make us wait the line twice, be transphobic, and still make us give him money.
It never gave any of that.
I said absolutely not.
None of that.
I haven't lost nothing over here. What y'all got over here ain't better than what's happening over here, and they treat me with great respect. And there's other gay boys running around like femme and shit, so I'm like I feel like I'm in a safe fucking environment because I see gay boys running around. I'm like I don't need to
Mm-hmm.
be over there with y'all. That's fine. I'll never come back. I don't
It's
give a
like,
fuck.
y'all got it.
Right, y'all can have that. Why would I want to go to an establishment and give you money to help pay your payroll? No.
Mhm.
What you eat don't make me shit. So the fuck? I don't know. Motherfuckers be weird.
Period. And that's that.
Yup. Anyways,
Right. Our final topic, or final little thing, this little story that very short, very brief, but
mhm.
it has to do with how people are already starting to act now that the new president elect has been determined. So this was, I can't remember which day this was. It was post election, one of those days.
It was given like the day after or the second day after. Like
I
people
think it was like the day after or
immediately,
the second day.
immediately people started switching.
Switching, turning off their brains and just going straight into their racist ways. So this was, this happened. I witnessed like the tail end of whatever was going on. This happened at my work, at the place I work, and so I believe I've said this. I deliver newspapers at nighttime, and when I got arrived to the station, I had my headphones on. I was, just like in my own zone, obviously doing my thing, and then I kind of got spooked because I was like getting my bins. I got my bins, and then turn around, and then there's one of my coworkers that I've never spoken to before, but we work at the same place. Like everybody's chill. Everybody just does their own thing. We're
Yeah.
basically all independent contractors, and she greets me as like, "Hey, so this lady's like been really racist to me, and she's like been saying how Trump's gonna like deport you and deport me, and like I just want to make sure everybody's safe. So I just want like to let you know that she's just like standing here and like yelling and cussing. So I just want to make sure." I was like, and I was just like completely like like caught off guard by this.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Because one thing about me, I try to protect my peace
Right.
because I don't want to have to go there with somebody. Um, I didn't want to have to eviscerate this old white lady, but if it got to it, it was giving kill you with my words.
Ooh.
Because baby, she was ugly as fuck.
Ooh.
Anyway, and her car was rink a dink. So it's like, baby, Trump ain't gonna do shit for you, you poor bitch. But anyway,
Oh.
talking about I'm gonna get deported to one of my coworkers.
Yeah, it's
So I
crazy.
walk into the establishment, and by establishment I do mean warehouse. It's a warehouse that we bag the papers at. So I bag my papers, but like I was like I had my guard up this whole time because I didn't know if this crazy fucking lady was gonna like just like come inside and like lift up one of the doors and like
Mm-hmm.
start yelling at me next and
Ooh.
calling me the N word and whatnot. But
Right. You can be like,
so
I'm gonna
I
own
definitely
you, make you a
I
slave.
right. I didn't have any music playing like I usually do. And I was just had my headphones off
Mm-hmm.
and was very much I had like one headphone off like that and then was listening and it was just like very tense. But all that to say is that look what y'all have done.
Yeah, we're
Y'all
going.
have emboldened these people to feel real bold, real fucking racist, real
Yeah,
just hateful. This country is very hateful.
yeah.
And I think that's very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But
It
yeah,
is.
that's gonna wrap this up.
All right. What's
Do you want to say
giving?
what's giving? Start off with
What's
you.
giving is
What's giving,
Honestly,
girl?
me being a cunt, it's gonna be like the same thing over and over again. I love that I'm beautiful. I love that I'm young. I
Oh,
love that I
your
look
nails are
young.
on.
I love that I'm making money. I'm growing on TikTok without even posting. I haven't posted in months, and my account just continues to get followers. I'm like, period. Um, Praying for some unbeknownst TikTok algorithm working in my favor to go viral and put me on a fucking runway like Alex Consani. Black dolls deserve to be in high demand just as much as these white dolls. And yeah, no, I'm just, it may sound conceited, but I'm just happy about all of this.
You look the fuck good this episode, child. You always look good,
Mm.
but
I had to
oh,
come
your face is
in. I had to
eating. Your
come
face
in
is
real good
eating
this
real
episode
bad.
because last episode was crunchy dunch dunch and no makeup. Shirt was looking a mess. I mean, looked like I rolled out the bed and snatched the bonnet off, and I wouldn't be lying to you if I didn't have just snatched that bonnet off before I got on, because baby, I
Mm.
live in the bonnet before I get on these podcasts. If I'm at home,
She loves to wear
bonnet
her
is
bonnet.
on.
Hmm.
So I'm like, ooh, I can just tell that my hair just came fresh out the bonnet, ain't nothing done to it. I'm just like, oh, and then I'm just twitching out on the screen, fucking like a damn robot, and my lips aren't
Hmm.
synced. It's just, I had to come, I had to come like this today. I'm so sorry. And then a
You had
hundred
to
and
come back
something
with a
views,
vengeance.
100 and something views,
Yeah, we got
and a bunch of
108
y'all saw me
views.
like that. Ew.
Hopefully, all of those 100 plus viewers come back and see you
Oh,
in full geesh. Well, not even full
oh,
geesh, just
Lord.
like, but
This is a little
like,
light makeup too. This is like
but it's giving so bad.
it's
This
it's
light V
just
is
enough.
eating so bad.
It's just enough.
Mm,
What's given for
just
you?
right. This giver for me, um, what's given for me is honestly having you to, go through this whole thing, this whole next 4 years. What's giving is having a sister that I that I know will be there for me in my roughest moments.
Hmm.
That's what's giving.
Yep. I love
Yep.
that. I love you.
I
Period.
love you too, girl. You know that.
Oh, y'all getting a slightly longer episode this week as
Again,
well.
yet again.
Yup, we giving y'all some extra bonus
Mm.
time.
Yeah, but
But
anyways,
yep,
thank y'all so much for watching. Follow the dolls, support the dolls,
follow us
like,
everywhere. Like,
comment.
tell
Um,
somebody that you know to watch this, that you think would love to
mhm.
watch dolls, or that they love queer culture. Give them this podcast. What questions do we have for them this week? Oh, I forgot what
um,
we asked them last week. Ooh, gag.
I forgot as well. I'm gonna
Mm,
say down below. Um, oh,
I was gonna think of something generic, but I was like, no, that's not like,
right.
that's
It doesn't give.
so not giving.
I'll say
Uh,
right down below. Comment down below. What is a hobby you do to de-stress yourself?
if you have a hobby, what do you do? Do you paint? Do you go
Hmm.
kayaking? Do you hike? Maybe you live somewhere where it's snowing and you like to go skiing or sledding or some shit. Let us know. I don't have any hobbies besides playing games
My
at the
hobbies
moment.
are playing video games,
And
singing, and
walks.
making this podcast. Oh,
Walks.
and
I like
biking. I love to
walking.
bike. I like
Yes.
biking.
Yes.
I also like walks as well.
I
Yeah.
love a good walk. Oh my
But all right, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you on the next one. Follow your dolls. Follow
God.
us. Follow
Bye.
us. Click the subscribe button. Now. Do it now. Okay, bye.